Tell me that I'm right, even if you're lying. Tell me what I wanna hear. Same old walls closing in. Same old voice inside my head. Oh, it would be you. I just want you. If you told me I could have I put it on everything.
Many men, I leave their purpose partner because not because that woman was bad to you, because she was trying to hold you accountable. She wasn't cool with the ego. She's not cool with the pride. She's not cool with the addiction. She's trying to force you to be better, but because you don't want to be better, you abort mission.
And you know what they do? They'll get another female because they don't want to be held accountable because she don't know you.
Chivalry
dying
is
breed.
dying out here, ladies and gents.
Step the Chicago. Chivalry in Chicago.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. chivalry. We will miss you. We miss the guys that walk on the street, on the same side of the street where the car is at.
There are plenty of women who are wives that are not married. Conversely, there are plenty of women who are married who are not wives. If you are a wifely woman, you won't be that, whether you got a ring on your finger or not. Now, you might not give that privilege to anybody, or certainly not everybody, but it's still in you. You can see a wife from a mile away. Don't need no ring or piece of paper for that.
No, I think it's men just get tired of being walked over. They just get tired of it, man. It's exhausting to get disrespected in pretty much darn every situation. Every scenario you can think about, the man is going to come out dead last. And not only are modern women setting it up to where men are going to come out dead last in every situation, they're telling men, they've gotten so bold as to tell men, you are going to come out dead last. And you should be happy that you're going to come out dead last. Your life is in service to me. Regardless of what you think that you should get, your life is in service to me.
Single ladies, if you're on a date with someone and you have no plans of seeing them again and you need something safe and polite to say in order to get out of there, all that you have to say is, thank you so much for the date. I enjoyed getting to know you. I have to get up really early in the morning, so I need to get going. Also, if they are someone that you met on the apps and you haven't yet exchanged phone numbers with and they ask you for your phone number, just tell them, I would like to keep communication on the apps for now. Keep it simple. I hope this helps.
This is why modern relationships are collapsing. Men were trained to carry responsibility. Women were trained to not need men. No one taught partnership. No one taught honor. No one taught how to receive masculine love well. So now women feel alone in relationships and men feel unnecessary in them. Healing starts when we stop asking, what's wrong with men? And start asking, what were we never taught?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road look rough ahead and
Joke is on me. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Oh, shame on me now. Flew me to places I've never been. Till you put me down.
And you know, a lot of these modern women, they try to gaslight men and basically tell men, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I would never do this. But really, men understand the game. I know that really all you wanted to meet up with me for was you got a little bit hungry, or I wasn't really hungry, but I was bored. Oh, I was bored, and then I saw this nice restaurant, but I didn't want to pay for it. So I just went with a man who was inviting me out, and I saw the perfect opportunity. Modern women have become the ultimate opportunist, to where she's now taking advantage of the man, and the man is saying, well, I don't want to be taken advantage of. Instead, how about we do something mutual? I'm not here for that. I'm here to take advantage of you. So men are saying, okay, well, I'm going to just go ahead and opt out. Hey, where are you going? How come you won't just stay in the game? Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe not. I don't care. Get out of my face.
They don't know how to even get a girl for real these days. Like, it's no gentleman. That's why when we was like, do you have to, like, it's not enough gentlemen. And that's how you get a girl, being a gentleman, pulling her chair out, opening her door, sending flowers. They don't got to be the most expensive flowers, but let her feel like she's important to you and you are interested in her. And it ain't just about, because that's easy to come by, but that's why don't be having good luck, because you want to just.
Oh yeah, I always used to tell my friends that were chasing women. When I used to date a lot of women, I used to be able to see like their DMs, like what was going on in their lives, and I used to be like, do you know how many guys DM women a day? So like for them, it's access whenever they want to guys. If they need.
Do girls like to be approached in public?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I complain about it on a daily basis.
What do you complain about? Do you guys not approach you enough? Like, why do you?
No, I don't think it's that. I just think, for example, I was at a bar last night and there was a group of 3 guys, clearly just got off work, staring at us, and we were just sitting there, 3 single girls, like, why don't they get up and say hi to us? And you know what it is? It's because there's dating apps now, guys think they have all these options. There's something better. You think a girl's cute, you're like, oh, she's cute. Oh, but this one's hotter. She might not have a better personality, but she's hotter. I feel like back in the day, they didn't have the apps, so they were forced to actually go up and talk to girls. And now that there are these dating apps, it's like they can hide behind a screen and talk and not be shy. I don't know, but it's really annoying.
She's cooking right now.
Yeah,
She's cooking right now.
Common approach to get my 3-step formula for meeting women in person.
A lot of times these modern women got away with the man planning all of this stuff. The flowers, I'll get you flowers. Oh, well, I really don't want to ride with you. I don't really know you. Well, I don't know you, so why would I be buying you flowers? Oh, well, it's different because you need to impress me. Okay, well, then how is it different if we both meet on a level playing field? I don't buy you anything, you don't buy me anything. There's not really any expectation but to come up here and get to know each other. It's a nice gesture if I were to buy you flowers, but it's not something that should be expected, because once again, we don't really know each other. We're just feeling each other out. If I like you and we have another date, hey, I was thinking about you. Oh man, I appreciate that. But too many times, modern women are expecting, they feel entitled to this type of behavior. Well, my friends do it. Oh, this person did and that person did it. Actually, what you're not saying is that person might have not started off doing that. Your friend might have not started off doing that for you. And over time, as they got to know you, they started thinking about you more and more. A relationship is...
So can he charge you a cancellation fee every time a woman cancels because he put all that effort into planning everything and that took time out of his day? What about the time it took him getting ready and the products he pays for? This is just absolutely ridiculous. Most men, they don't care if you wear all that stuff. The scented liquid, the powders and stuff, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if you get your nails or eyelashes done or your hair done, whatever. So why should he have to pay for it?
Y'all are in y'all bag over this. Like, y'all are so upset about this. And what I like to know is, when old girl was on that sprinkle movement, fulminating out the mouth, dogging our men out, talking all kind of trash about them, trying to put us on, give us tips and teach us how to train and move as if they were pets, a part of our lifestyle. Y'all had no words for that. Y'all were hooting, hollering, cheering it up, sharing with your friends, tagging this person. You know, oh yeah, that's racist. Oh my God, this, that, and the third. But now that somebody else has started this drizzle movement, y'all got all the issues in the world. And all I like to know is, why?
I think modern women have to start understanding that you're not really the only one out here that has anything to lose. That's what a lot of these modern women do a lot of times, is they try to say things like, well, you know, it's not good to get married because I'm going to have to be a slave and a servant. And they'll go on describing all of the things, all of the terrible things that they have to come in contact with. Mind you, the man that they're with is paying all of their bills, pretty much. The man that they're with is paying for the dates. He's paying for a lot of the things that she wants, and she's still complaining. She's still complaining about what he isn't doing, what he'll never be, what he hasn't been thus far. Just completely ungrateful. At some point in time, you have to, y'all be in the mirror looking at positive affirmations. How come there's no positive affirmation to understand how to treat a man? You love yourself. You're beautiful. You is kind. You is strong. You is purty. You is going to be nice today. You is going to be a good person. You is going to be respectful. How come y'all don't put that on y'all's mirror? How come y'all don't put that on y'all's list of affirmations? You is not going to be a jerk today.
This is not a good time for men right now, and I personally am loving it. Obviously, we all just learned how to catch a print. So now women are objectifying men, and it's the first time that they have ever felt this, and like, welcome to our world. And we can't look away, we can't stop. It's too great. And just watching men like crash out about it.
I guarantee to you that 95% of men have no idea what you're talking about, which I think is hilarious because while women think that they're like getting a one-up on men, like they're getting their revenge, really all that's happening is you're proving that you are chronically online. I just don't think that this is a thing. And guys, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but are you feeling highly objectified because of this? I mean, if anything, they feel annoyed by women wanting, a very tall man and the high earner and whatnot, when they're looking to date. That is something that men talk about. Men are not really talking about how they're feeling objectified because of this whole catching a print. Most of them have no idea what you're talking about.
So go to the airport and that man didn't even pick you up. Now you right back home. Now you came right back home.
That is not funny. Get that fucking
funny. What you mean it ain't funny? You thought the man was gonna pick you up. Now you look at him. He kicked you out. He didn't even come to the airport and get you.
She ashamed. I don't even know what he's talking about. I was about to. Why you got all this stuff? This is not on a vacation. This is like that's all I was doing. You always trying to start.
Vacation.
You moving out?
That's everything. That's everything.
She moved.
That's everything you own.
Little weekend vacation. That's all I was doing.
Weekend.
Yes, a weekend.
Deep in the bag.
These are weekend bags.
She was leaving.
All this for the weekend.
What?
Take it back to the airport.
Take it back to the airport.
Back to the airport and see if he's gonna pick
Back
you
to
up.
the streets.
You see, I have my granddaughter.
Back to the street.
Yeah.
No, I get her. You just get your stuff.
Back to the street.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah, I'm serious.
My grandmama, you take that stuff back to the airport and we'll see you later.
What y'all doing in this situation? In the comments. Back to the streets you go.
And a lot of times, what you might find with modern women is sometimes they know they're doing it and they do it intentionally, but then other times they'll do it subconsciously, where you have a man that's continuing to audition. You're still comparing him to an ex-boyfriend, Chad or Tyrone or some sort of guy or something like that you met somewhere, that you were in a situationship with. You wrote, well, he's not like this guy, or he can't do it like this guy, and my ex set the standard and all that other nonsense. And eventually men hear that and they leave. So a good man that you had on the hook eventually leaves because you're talking nonsense. Oh, he's not really, he ain't a real man. He didn't step up to the plate. I ain't trying to step up to no plate. I ain't trying to do none of that. Because this is not a one-sided audition to where you make all of the rules. We're both trying to put our best foot forward for each other. But it seems like in some form or fashion, only one of us got.
Something I always want to be on here is open, real, and vulnerable. And today, I've really struggled with finding the words for what I want to say. But what keeps spilling out is that I am an imperfect person who just wants to be better. With everything going on in the world, I have been reflecting on the person I am. I have walked through many seasons, and looking back, the ones that were the most fulfilling, especially for my marriage, were the ones where Christ was at the center of it all. I've been an addict and I've been sober. I've been a liar and I've been too honest. I've been a friend and I've been a gossiper. I've fallen short more times than I can count. And I'm tired of being a mediocre, hypocritical Christian. But here's the truth. Through it all, God has never given up on me. The Holy Spirit has always found me right where I was and called me back again. Now it's time. I'm ready. I want to be a better wife, a better mother, a better sister, daughter, and friend. The world has woken up, and what's happened has lit a fire in me that I refuse to let burn out. So, who's with me?
You know, the fact that some of these singles events and these mixers and stuff like that, now I've seen some mixers out there that are pretty, they look pretty good. You know, that's something I might go to if I were single, right? But then you have a lot of them where men don't come at all. And women are like, where are all the good men at? How come men aren't showing up to this type of stuff? Well, it's not really beneficial. A lot of this stuff to a man isn't really there's nothing I ain't going to take anything home from it. Well, you might get a number, you might, and what might means is it's similar to playing the lottery. Well, you might win, so keep on playing. I'm going to keep on playing the lottery, and I might never win. But I've spent a lot of money. I've accumulated a lot of tickets, a lot of lottery tickets, and when I've counted up the cost, man, I spent a lot of money on something that I never even had a chance to win. Well, you know, do you have a shot? Probably I have a shot, a chance to win in general, but do I have an actual chance versus a 1 in infinity chance? Probably not. Probably not. And that's how a lot of men feel about dating. They don't really have a shot with a lot of these modern women, with the way that they act, with the way that they treat me, and really honestly and truly on that subject, with the way that they treat me, do I want a shot?
Hey ladies, let me give you 5 reasons why men may ignore you. Number 1, he's just not interested. Sometimes no response simply means he's not feeling a connection. Number 2, he's avoiding conflict. If there's tension or an issue he doesn't want to address, ignoring you can feel easier to him than having a difficult conversation. Number 3, he's overwhelmed or distracted, or personal issues can lead him to withdraw or be silent. Number 4, he's unsure of what he wants. Indecision or emotional confusion can make him pull away to figure out his feelings on his own. And number 5, he's playing games, simply playing games. Some men ignore message to create mystery or maintain a sense of control in the relationship dynamic. These are 5 reasons why he may be ignoring you. Put in the comments, he's ignoring me. Go with God.
A lot of these modern women make dating impossible, right? I think men just get tired of doing everything on the date, having to plan it. You know, if you're not careful with a lot of these modern women, you can end up being 10, 15 years into the relationship, and you've been pretty much doing everything. Pretty much. I plan the dates, I cook, I clean, I go to work, take care of the kids. I'm involved. I mean, I might not do every single thing, but I have my hand in every single part of the relationship. Cooking, cleaning, taking out the trash, fixing the cars. You take the kids to soccer practice, I take the kids to soccer practice too. You cook dinner, I cook dinner too. Take the kids to doctor's appointments and keep them when they're sick, I do the same thing. So there's a lot of men out there that while these modern women are saying that men are not involved, they actually are. In a lot of ways, they're actually more involved than the woman is. And when you bring that to her attention, she's like, yeah, actually, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be doing way more work than me. What? Yeah, you're the leader of the home. So you do way more work than me. That gives me time to be free and be creative. Right, but what are you doing in your time of being creative? I'm creatively selecting more shows to watch. I'm creatively trying to figure out how to make your life harder.
What some people would think of as a crone, right? It's like, oh my gosh. And then the hunger that the curves and the skin and the central energy, it's the opposite. Like, this is all giving, and this creates a desire to take that, and like a hunger, and it's become so sad for me that we don't understand the cause and effect, and it's part of what has us think men are terrible. And part of what, I don't know, what might help is how that women have the desire to take just as much. It's just different what we're trying to take. We want to take attention, right? We want to take security. We want to take your strength and your resources and make sure they're purposed to provide for me and mine. And we'll take it. Just go into any divorce courtroom and watch the taking going on, or any singles bar and watch the attempts at taking, and admiration, appreciation, acknowledgement, accountability, attention, all those things give men power.
A lot of these modern women are going to have to understand that you're going to have to start taking some sort of accountability and facing some sort of consequence for your actions, right? A lot of these modern women get out here and they want to cut up, they want to act crazy, they want to do their thing, want to act silly. But then when the consequences come around, which, by the way, whenever that happens, a man in a lot of these situations has to be accountable for the things that he's doing. But a woman, you hear from her, I'm just a girl. I didn't even know. I thought that, this would, I don't know what happened. But can you fix it as the man? No, I'm not going to continue to fix your problems. At some point in time, this is what men are looking for. At some point in time, I want you to see the error of your ways. Nobody is perfect. That much is true. But I want you to stop behaving in this pattern consistently, where you continue to put me in a bad spot. And I got to deal with your consequences because you were acting stupid. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you went out there and ran your mouth. And now you want me to fight this guy. This guy's 6'3", 250. And you want me to go over there and get knocked out, get knocked over a bar, get knocked into an alcohol shelf or something like that. You want me to go out, man? Come on, dog.
Apparently, men no longer chase women because private parts are no longer private. What's meant to be covered is now like a community museum. The beauty and mystery that used to be behind the woman's body is now exposed to all. With just a few scrolls on Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, you are sure to see half-naked women everywhere. Femininity has flown out of the window because feminism and women empowerment have somehow convinced women that being feminine is oppressive and that chivalry is sexism. So men don't want to be perceived as creepy or unwanted, so they will not persist if you say no. At the slightest display of hesitation or lack of interest, these men will retract because they don't want to be accused of harassment. Dates have been turned to food festivals and a tool of extortion, where the man is expected to pay for everything and even buy her the clothes she will wear for the date, pay for her cab, and in some cases they come with their friends. Women have been commercialized and they say stuff like, every shoe gets size, look for your size. And most women are looking for the exclusive 1%, the most successful, the most attractive, the most educated. Nobody wants to marry a guy who's earning a decent pay. They want to flex with drug dealers, they want to flex with money launderers, they want to flex with fraudsters. In fact, a guy who does a 9 to 5 is like a slaw. Like, oh really? He does a 9 to 5? It's a mess. And these same set of women have believed their delusion that just because they exist and because they are pretty and maybe have a little bump, they are at the table. They bring themselves to the table just by being pretty. That's why a lot of men no longer chase women in this generation. They just don't think that it is worth it. Of course, there are some exceptional women out there, but honestly, the emptiest are the loudest.
A lot of these modern women refuse to go 50-50. They refuse. I was listening to Stephen A. The other day, and I think he was doing an interview with him. I want to say Shannon Sharp. And he was talking about all of the things that he brought to the table. And he was like, man, if I'm walking in and I'm having to cook, after all of the things that I bring to the table, I'll take you out to eat. I'll take you out to eat. You know, I'll take you, and he started listing off the things that, yeah, I'll do that for you. But if I have to come in after doing all of that and cook, what do I need you for? And that's the thing a lot of men are asking. You don't have any money. I'm still going to ask the same question. If I have to go out there and bust my band, because the work's going to be the same. The work is going to be the same. I have to go out there. I might not get paid as much as Stephen A. But I put in a lot. I might even put a lot more effort than Stephen A. He might be working in terms of mental. I might be working in terms of physical. The work that I do takes a physical toll on my body. And so if I'm putting my body on the line, he puts his mind on the line or whatever. If we're doing that, but in different ways, we're going to ask the same question. Because the sacrifice is going to be the same. The mental effort, the physical effort is going to be similar. And so I'm going to arrive as a man at the same conclusion. And that's going to be, what is it that you're bringing to the table? I'm telling you, they don't understand. You're going to run into that same question at every level. And the only difference between a man that you think is a lower level and the man that you think is a higher level is that man's going to sit there and look at you. Did I stutter? No.
Hey, future wives, these are the 3 things that are keeping you back from getting into a healthy, happy, committed relationship. Number 1, you don't know which dating apps to get on and how to create an optimized winning profile to attract the right people, but more importantly, repel the wrong ones. Number 2, you don't know what events you need to be attending so that you could be around like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men. And number 3, you are not leaning into your feminine energy so you can attract the attention that you desire. Well, have no fear. I have an absolutely free training called Dating 101, which will tackle all 3 of those things and will teach you where to go both online and offline to attract the right guys and how to lean into your feminine energy so you can get the attention that you deserve. So you may be asking yourself, well, who is she and who made her the authority on healthy dating and relationships? Well, my name is Allison Wellington. I'm a certified dating and relationship coach. I'm also a wife and a mom, and I've helped over 300 busy professional women get into the best relationships of their lives. As a matter of fact, my husband and I are going down to the DMV next weekend to celebrate one of my clients who is getting married. So I know what I'm talking about. Now that's clear, your very next step is to comment or DM the word masterclass or click the link below. Comment or DM the word masterclass or click the link below so that you can get access to the free Dating 101 masterclass so that we can get your whole love life together. And for my ladies who are super serious, the ones who want to be in a healthy, committed relationship in 6 months or less and are willing to do the work, I'm also going to offer you a free 15-minute consultation so that we can discuss where you are now, where you want to be, and how I can help you get there. Your next step is to comment or DM the word masterclass or click the link below so you can get access to the training so we can transform your whole love life. See you soon.
You left me standing on a corner crying. You feel like a fool for trying. I don't even remember why I wasted all these tears on you.
Women don't leave good men. They leave poor communication, disrespect, inconsistency, broken promises, and emotional neglect. They leave the silence that hurts more than words, the love that feels one-sided, and the effort they have to beg for. Because when a woman stops feeling valued, she doesn't fight anymore. She quietly walks away with everything she once gave.
His money
is my money. My money is my money. That's not selfish. That's the standard when you're with a real man. A provider doesn't see providing as a burden. He sees it as his role. And a woman who knows her worth doesn't apologize for it. She multiplies what he gives her. The wrong man will call this gold digging, and the right man will call this partnership.
Do you understand what the world is going to look like in 10 years? 50% of women between the ages of 25 and 45 are going to be single and childless. Like, I mean, think about it. If you're married, there's going to be so many women throwing themselves at your husband if he's a half good looking, decent earning guy. And over a certain age, women accept being a side chick. I mean, they won't publicly say
that's not true. That is true.
I think it's around like 35. They'll accept being a side chick because they would rather be with the top guy than be with the guy they don't like.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone?
Do women need men?
No. Not really. Not really. I mean, we are enough for each other. No. I mean, why? No. Women need men. No. Women could be कर सकती है, बहुत कुछ कर सकती है.
Do men need women?
Yes, of course. Both need each other, right? Everyone needs a partner. So a man needs a girl and a girl needs a man. For love, yes.
Yes, of course.
Do
Men need women.
Yeah, they do.
Do men need women?
Yeah, definitely.
And this isn't to get confused with me being too masculine, because I am most certainly incredibly feminine. Those of you who actually know me versus what you see on social media, I am incredibly feminine. The reality is that most of you guys don't even know how feminine and masculine energy actually work. Masculine energy is feminine energy expressed. You can't have masculine energy without feminine energy. Feminine energy is the creative, it's the flow, it's this, you see this softness, right? The nurturing, all those pieces. But you can't have masculine energy, which is more rigid, it's direct, it is structured, it is actualized, it is tangible if you don't have the feminine. It's on a spectrum. And I have both of those things. You also have both of those. So in this process, as much as I am feminine and can be soft, I love my life and I love what I've built and I want to keep building that, and having a man who can also support that and is masculine enough to be able to support that, that's really important to me.
If you're not dependent on your spouse, that's not a marriage. Because what would be the purpose of me not being dependent on him and him not being dependent on me? In order for him to be the performer that he needs to be, I have to be the woman that he needs to be. Like, he needs to come home and have a woman who's encouraging him and who is joyful and who's uplifting his spirit and has a nice warm meal ready for him when he gets home so he can actually eat. And then for me, of course, he's my provider and he's my safety and he's the man, like he's the rock of our relationship and he's my leader. Roles are so important. And when I say roles, I'm not saying I cook and clean and he goes to work. I'm saying that I'm the nurturer. I take care of him. I take care of the home. I'm the encourager, the joyful one, the spirit, the life in our relationship. And he is the defender, protector, provider. And that dynamic is what helps the marriage flourish.
All right, I don't know how I got here, but I am now on the princess treatment side of TikTok, where all these men are saying, like, your girl shouldn't work at all, she should never have to pay a bill, there's no such thing as 50-50, and I treat my woman with gifts every day and pay all of her bills. The only thing she should have to worry about is looking pretty, getting her nails done. And where are these men? Because they don't exist where I live, and where do I sign up? I need one of those men, because that is literally what I deserve in life. So if anybody knows where to find these men, leave it in the comments, because I need to know.
Are you guys the type of guys that approach a girl if you see a girl that you think is pretty out?
I'm actually not. Like, I think that's one of the bad parts about like social media and like the digital age. It's like, it's so easy for me to slide in the DMs or like meet someone online.
Just Postmates are here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's like in person, sometimes I'm like either too nervous or I just think like, I don't know, I'm just like not well versed in it. And then also it's like very rare. It's happened a few times, but it is pretty rare that like a girl will also come up and talk to me. So like most of my stuff has always been done like online or on social media because it's so much easier, which is not a good thing though. Like I wish I was more like in tune with doing it in person.
I agree. I think honestly I blame COVID. I think it's made my social skills, it's maybe made my social skills not as good as they should be. So I have to agree with Daryl. I feel honestly sometimes I feel intimidated and I feel like I shouldn't be intimidated, and maybe it's social anxiety. I don't know what it is, but I'm one of the guys you guys were talking about. I'm one of the ones that are waiting for them to
yeah,
I was gonna put my hand up. I'm one of those guys.
I'm single to stupor. And the people that are single to stupor with me, we're all mad. Everybody is mad. You've got hurt people hurting people. Mm-hmm. People that are still suffering from their last relationships. Yeah. With me, my last relationship ended with there was no argument, there was no fight, there was nothing. It was just, it was good until it wasn't, and then we went our separate ways. Was I hurt for a few months? Yeah. We ended on mutual terms, but I didn't expect to be that hurt, even though we both decided that, it's not going anywhere. I thought I would be able to move on quickly. It took some time, and the difference between me and a lot of men that I've met is I've learned to just take it as a lesson, learn from this, and try and be a better person for the next guy.
It's the big homie, the one and only, Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pim. Hey, check this out. Some of you lames might be out there taking chicks on dates. Nah, you're not taking any girl out to eat from now on. Check this out, because those are broke slores. Yeah, they just want to eat for free at a restaurant they couldn't afford on their own. Out there buying wine. Oh yeah, I'll have the white wine. Nah, shorty, you just trying to do it on my dime. Hey, dig this, man. This is what you need to do. Take shorty straight to the grocery store. Yeah, tell her, hey, spend what you want to spend. On me. Then you take her straight to the kitchen and see what she could really do. Because the purpose of dating is not for you to go broke, nor is it for her to get free stuff. The purpose of dating is to figure out if you guys can build something together. See, the problem is a lot of these chicks are promiscuous, and they will part with a piece of pie, if you know what I mean, in exchange for a good dinner. And that's not the way we doing it out here. Marquettism is for the kids. Marquettism saves lives.
Okay, so boom. You're a guy. You go out on a date with a girl. You have an amazing time. You follow up after the date and you say, hey, I had a great time. I'd love to see you again. Let's plan date number 2. Role reverse. As the girl, you had a good time, but there were a couple things he said during that date that made you say, get somebody else to do it. Men prefer that the woman just communicate that. Like, hey, thanks so much. I had a great time, but this isn't my cup of tea. Or do they just prefer that the woman ghosts, leaves it, doesn't say anything? And this is not a rhetorical question, because sometimes I do feel like the way that men treat women is the way that they want women to treat them. For example, women hate the whole smile, sweetheart, when men say that to them, but men actually love it. In the grocery store, you tell a man, smile, sweetheart, literally 10 out of 10 pickup line. They love it. They eat it up. Is it the same thing in this situation with potential rejection? Let me know. This is a real life scenario. I'm wondering if I should text this man.
What needs to happen is for her to be in her feminine so that this space is opened up for a masculine man.
One of the reasons that these coaches are just so bad at giving dating advice is that they just fundamentally don't understand what gender is or how it works. The only noteworthy and different thing that this video does that makes it worth stitching is provide us with this useful little graphic. A graphic that depicts feminine and masculine energy on a spectrum where the presence of one necessarily implies the absence of the other. And that is not how femininity and masculinity work at all. Sociologists have understood this for more than 5 decades because femininity and masculinity are actually independent variables. If we actually want to measure them, we have to put them on opposing axes, as Sandra Bem did here in her inventory test. Because the simple fact is that the presence of femininity does not necessarily mean the absence of masculinity. Or to put it differently, there's no reason that we can't be both incredibly feminine and incredibly masculine. It just occurred to me that all of these folks who are getting their definitions of masculinity and femininity from some sort of new age occultist would probably have all of their illusions dispelled if they just spent one day at a pride festival.
Ever wonder why good men are so hard to find? Here's the harsh reality. A good man is like a rare gem in a sea of trash. Loyal, respectful, a man of his word. He'll treat you like royalty, make you feel like the queen you are. But here's the catch. If you're not a real queen, you might think you can take advantage of him, treat him like he's disposable. But don't be mistaken. Just because he's good doesn't mean he's naive. Here's where it gets real. Lose him and guess what? There's a line of people out there who would value what you lost. When he walks away, he won't just find someone who treats him better. Oh no, he'll find happiness, and you'll be left kicking yourself, realizing how rare good men truly are. Now here's the dark twist. Never underestimate a good person. They may be kind, but if you push them too far, even the best of people have their limits. When they finally decide to walk away, they won't hurt you in the obvious way. No, the worst they'll do is leave you. And that's a punishment worse than any revenge. So do yourself a favor. Don't play games with a good man. Now tell me, who's the good man in your life? If you made it to the end, drop 100 below and hit that follow button.
Why men always wait until it's too late to get their stuff together?
Because I thought I had another chance. And why wouldn't I? You gave me 67 of them. And so here I am thinking I got more time and more time and more time, because with you, I've always had time. I am legitimately shocked to find you actually have a backbone. You thought
Wrong. You women are choosing men who are comfortable where they are, and you expect him to change by a deadline that you never disclosed to him. You sold him on the expectation that you were right, that you would be with him through thick and thin, and that you would get down in the trenches with him when it was necessary. And if he ever fell off, you would carry the load. You women thought he waited till it was too late. No, he did. You women left, and we finally had the bandwidth and energy to reach our goals because we didn't have you impeding the progress, making us prioritize you and the things you want. Oftentimes, you women want men to redirect their energy and priorities toward you instead of towards their purpose. And when we do that, it takes longer for us to get ourselves together. If men knew you guys were preparing your exit, we would never prioritize you. We'd actually put you second, but then we lose you either way. So we're damned if we prioritize you or if we prioritize ourselves, which exposes the truth. You wasn't down with us in the first place.
I did not expect consideration from a woman until I got it. And now, I be goddamned if a woman come by here and not be considerate and I let her slide. I didn't know that I needed to be spoken to in a gentle way until a woman did it. I didn't know I needed to have space held for me emotionally until a woman did it. So do I expect way more? And don't, that's not even to mention the work that I've done in my own life. This is about, yes, men actually are raising our standard. It's happening slowly and surely, but it is happening. And I think right now we at this stalemate because women are raising theirs too. You feel me? So we all kind of looking at each other like, what else do you do? You know what I'm saying? Because no, I'm gonna keep it as candid as I can. For the longest time, money was enough. It was enough. You make you a decent living, you can find you a woman. Whether y'all loved each other or not wasn't the point. Y'all could find somebody. You had some on you could bear some kids, take care of a home, you can find you a man. That's not gonna work for nobody no more. So men are like, all right, you got shorty, what else? The last chick got that. Like, I ain't even have to work for that. So if you don't got more than that, what's up? And the same thing with ladies looking at the men, like, big dog, I got my own 6 figures, so what else do you do aside from come with money? So it's like, yes, we are all raising our standards. What the problem is, we've hit a stalemate because this is new territory for everybody.
One reason why your man isn't pursuing anymore. Big emphasis on anymore. Hello, my name is Carlin. Restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. The biggest one is because you are not aligned with your feminine energy. Before you start blaming the guy because he changed or whatever, no. If a man was pursuing you in the beginning and all of a sudden he stopped, it is because of something that we did. We are not aligned with our feminine energy. We do not know how to receive. So how do we get there? How do we learn how to receive? Well, we need to let go of our super hyper independent woman mindset. How do we do that? By enjoying being a woman, by letting him do the work, by appreciating him, by thanking him whenever he does something that we like, and being genuine. Because men can sense this and spot this from a mile away. They know when you are being genuine and when you are lying. What happens most of the time when a man is pursuing and then he stops, we have decided to take control over the situation, over our relationship. And when that happens, we're coming from a place of hurt. So what we need to do is trust our man and let him lead. That is one step to realign ourselves with their feminine energy, not coming from a place of fear, but coming from a place of wisdom, growth, and trust. Let your man pursue you by appreciating and using your feminine energy to keep the balance in the relationship. Believe me, a man is addicted to feeling needed.
Let's talk about the things that you shouldn't be doing while you wait for your future husband to roll around. I'm just going to get right into it with the first one being the most important one. Ladies, don't wait for someone, especially a man, to come save you, because that's just not happening. No one is going to come and find all the broken parts of you, the parts that have not healed, and try to heal them for you. If you're not willing to put the work in for yourself, no one else is doing it for you. If you know in the current moment you have things to work on, whether that's procrastination, confidence, like you have insecurities, trauma, whatever it is, you need to go to therapy and try to fix that as much as you can before someone comes into your life. So if that's you and you know you have things to work on, do yourself a favor and fix it now. This kind of piggybacks off of what I already said, but it's sort of different. Take your past lessons and your past experiences as lessons. They weren't meant to shatter you. The pity party's over. Take the time to really understand, like, how did you react in the situation? What are your triggers? What triggered you in that situation? How can you improve yourself so that when you're with someone, you can communicate effectively? I'm going to end this with a cliche saying, but it is so true. Be the version of yourself that you would want to marry. If you're looking for a guy who practices, who's kind, who's religious, and all those amazing qualities that all of us are creating a huge checklist of, embody those qualities. And if you're not there yet, that's totally fine. When I was getting married, I wasn't the perfect version of myself, but I did everything that I could to try to become the perfect version of myself. No one is perfect. Everyone is flawed. Everyone has like their own set of issues, but self-awareness and self-improvement is critical before you get married. I hope these tips help. If you guys want any more advice from me, let me know. I'm going to keep the comment section here open, and then I'm going to come back and answer more.
I think modern women get in the habit of asking about good men and how you can find them. But I think, if you really are actually honest with yourself, you understand that the good man in a lot of situations was really always there. He's right in front of your face. It's just that a lot of times you don't want to acknowledge it. I've seen street interviews, and you obviously see it in your life where a woman will be describing a man, and the man that she's describing will be right there beside her. Well, I'm looking for this. Oh, but he's a friend and I can't. And she will sit up there for years on end, decades even, mess around with the people that she's not supposed to be messing around with, knowing that these guys are doing her dirty. And then at the end of it, want to go back to the man that's been standing beside her the last 5-10 years and want him to be like, okay, yeah, I've been waiting on you. I mean, you don't think that's disrespectful? No, because I was at a different time in my life then. Y'all gotta learn, because y'all be doing it in y'all's life when a job comes, or when a networking opportunity comes, or when somebody says, hey, I want you to get into this business. Okay, I'll do it. And whether it works out or not, y'all jump into it and it don't work, and y'all try it again and it don't work, and y'all try it again and it don't work again. Y'all are getting to all this other stuff. Y'all get tied down to all this other nonsense. But when it comes to the man that you're supposed to be with, oh, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Why don't you just go out to coffee with him just to see where you're at? I don't know. It might ruin some stuff. And the stuff that you ruined, going and messing around with everybody else, now you want him to fix it. Interesting.